Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and tonight we're talking about I don't know, man. I get a lot of comments, from these so-called like PlayStation fans that say they're PlayStation fans. Like I've been watching, some of the, not necessarily watching some of the other channels, but I'm definitely not gonna name them. It doesn't. I don't understand. Like I know that if you like this channel, you should probably like and subscribe. But this here, all right. So I listen to these so-called PlayStation fan channels. Okay, that's what I'm gonna call them, PlayStation fan channels. And all they really talk about is how Xbox is garbage and PlayStation is supposed to be like this amazing system. Well, I've been playing PlayStation games since the PlayStation 1. Like, and I'm not here to say they're not good. I'm not gonna say they're not good. They're not great. Whatever, But to listen to some of these guys talk, they would have you believe that Xbox is utterly garbage. Like they put out games that they would have you believe that Xbox doesn't put out compelling games that are fun to play, that can keep you wrapped up in playing for hours, that exhibit, quality visuals or quality performance or anything. That they would have you believe that these guys are putting out Mario 64 every time they put out a game. That's what I get from these guys when I hear them talk. I'm like, wow, dude, are you serious, man? Have you even picked up an Xbox controller and like sat down and played a game like the gamer you are? Because clearly you haven't. If you had actually put aside your fanboyism and went out and got an Xbox and sat down and played, I'm pretty sure within the first couple of days you would actually love the Xbox controller more than the PlayStation controller. Why is that? It just feels better in your hand. I seriously, I'm not saying that the DualSense 5 is bad or anything, but like I much rather grab my Xbox controller to play a game. Like if you've been watching this channel for a while now, you know that I recently bought a PC that literally will eat both of those for breakfast. Like it's not like the most expensive PC, but it literally performs better than both of those consoles 100% of the time. And I get, like just playing this thing. I just bought Ride 4, today, and I was playing around with that, some of the day, and going from like controlling one of those bikes at 60 frames a second to like 165 frames a second, it's game altering, if you know what I mean. Like it is just such a better, smoother experience playing like a racing game at super high frame rates. It is literally game changing to a point where it's like, wow, man, I'm to the point where I'm like, I love my Series X, I love my PlayStation 5, but does it really make any sense for me anymore to buy racing games on my consoles when I can get 100% better performance and visuals just by paying the same price to get it on my PC? No, it doesn't. But see, that's the thing. I'm a gamer. I like games. I like playing video games. I guess you can define it two ways. There's PC gamers, there's console players, whatever. I kind of feel like we're all the same because, essentially we're all looking for the same outlet to express ourselves and to get our entertainment. So at the end of the day, whether you're a PC gamer or a console gamer, like, it doesn't matter. But if you're going to say you're a gamer and then turn right around on your channel or your Twitter page and completely say one brand is completely useless while another one is like, oh my gosh, they could do no wrong, and I got to call you out. I got to tell you that, man, that just isn't, that's not fair. That doesn't make any sense. I've spent a pretty good amount on my PlayStation 5. And I've spent, a good amount on my Xbox as well as my PC now. Like I feel like I'm buying games every other day. Not only to bring you content and to, help enjoy this medium with you as my community, but to also figure out, what's like how can I deliver myself the best gaming experience that I can get, that I can afford, that's within my reach. It all just boils down to it. And in the end, like, what do you want to play, man? Do you literally want to be on PlayStation playing their highly visualized one and done story games? Or do you want to go grab yourself Halo Infinite, man, and enjoy a game with other people and have fun and play that and keep coming back to that, it's two. PlayStation and Xbox to me are they're two different worlds and can both coexist literally in the same house. Like, you can have both of them and like enjoy your single player story games and like really love them and be devoted to them. And then on the other hand, jump in there and hang out and play with friends and play Halo, play Forza Horizon. Gran Turismo's fine for a single player racing experience. And I'll tell you what, though, sport has definitely brought something to the Gran Turismo experience that it was sorely lacking. Whereas, like, Forza Horizon is an amazing looking and fun game. Like, I don't understand how somebody can say I'm a gamer and then say the other side is completely trash. I've never said PlayStation games are completely trash. And this is an Xbox channel, man. We are more Xbox centric just because of the fact that when I buy an Xbox game, guess what, man? I get a free copy on my PC. I can't say that about my PlayStation. My PlayStation's like, oh, you bought the game last year? Well, I'm going to need another $10 to get you that upgrade for your new console you just bought. That's probably literally my biggest wedge with PlayStation. That and the lack that and the lack of power. I would have much rather had those 2 extra terabyte or T-flops of power, computing power, visual power, all of that, than that hard drive. Like, the fastest a game's going to load is 1 second. I mean, seriously, if we're getting like 10-second loading times on stuff, like, I don't care. Like, I really don't care. That's not that bad. The fact that, people, the fact that channels are literally already out there talking about a next-gen experience, like a mid-gen upgrade. Man, if there's a mid-gen upgrade coming out, I highly suggest you get a PC. Like, get a PC, because I'm pretty sure my PC is going to hold just fine, even when the mid-gens come out and they're just like, oh, yeah, these are a couple terabytes stronger, or teraflops stronger, like go from 12 to 16 or something. Just get a PC, save yourself some time and money and effort and all of that stuff. Start building a Steam collection, because, wow, there's some deals on there. I'm telling you this right now. I bought Rise, Son of Rome on PC yesterday. My freaking Lord, that game is beautiful and running at really high frame rates. Like, wow, that game definitely deserves Microsoft to do an upgrade for that. But let's get back to this, man. Let's get back to this. So you're a PlayStation channel, or you're a PlayStation fanboy or whatever. Quit talking about Xbox. Just stop. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about. You literally don't know what you're saying. You are blind to your hatred of another platform because your platform is really not delivering what you thought it was going to deliver. Because as a real PlayStation fan that actually invests in PlayStation games and buys them and plays them, I do not feel like the quality has gotten better on a lot of these games. I just don't feel like they're there yet. I don't feel like we are pushing any boundaries. I feel like these are literally templates from PlayStation 4 moved over to PlayStation 5, polished up a little bit, and then shipped out the door for extra money. They really haven't done all that they said they were going to do just yet. Like, the generation's still early. They'll get there. Xbox, has been coming out and being like, all right, man, you want 4K 60. That's where we want to put this. They might not look super high quality, like super duper like next gen visuals, but they look way better than last gen visuals, and they run at 60 frames a second. Like, there's no dispute about that. There's no dispute. Like, Forza Horizon 5 looks phenomenal. Halo Infinite looks phenomenal. And they run at 60 frames a second. I mean, if Xbox Studios were to focus on 30 frames a second, yeah, definitely. They would more than compete with what PlayStation puts out. Easily. I'm glad they shoot for 60. Because after playing on a PC at like 165 frames a second, like going back to 30 frames a second for PlayStation quality first-party games, are you out of your freaking mind? Do you literally believe the stuff that you say? Like, literally. That's what I don't get. Xbox and PC are moving away from PlayStation. They're going to leave them in the dust. They're literally going to leave them in the dust. Like, 30 frames a second is just... That's not great. And I mean, if their next best thing is checkerboard 1800p with fuzzy looking visuals, come on, PlayStation, just start putting your games on PC day and date. I'll more than happily buy those on PC, but I don't want to buy them on the weak PlayStation 5 and not be able to get a free copy for PC like Xbox gives me. I have no problem buying my game on an Xbox because I get a free copy, like right there, boom, my PC gets the copy too. I'm like, wow, dude, I can download. Yeah, oh yeah, I can, boom, and I just download it and I play it on whatever I want. That's amazing. I love Xbox for that. I really wish that Xbox could really talk third-party developers into doing that as well, because, like, let's face it, man, how many times should I have to pay for a game to cover it on my YouTube channel that's literally solely going to benefit the company of the game, you know, way more than it's going to benefit me. Yeah, it's definitely going to benefit me, but it's definitely in their interest to provide, to help me, you know, get, you know, like all the options that I have available to me and like help me make my butt go a little bit farther, you know. I mean, and I love that about Xbox. I buy a game on Xbox, I can cover it on PC and both those Xboxes and all the old school Xboxes if I wanted to. On PlayStation, I literally get it covered on the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4. Like, okay, dude. I mean, like, I'm not saying, I mean, they've been doing this forever. I'm not bitching. I'm just saying that's a good idea. I wish they would do that, or at least sell me a streamer package. Be like, okay, man, for 120 bucks, you can get a PS5 code, you can get a freaking Xbox code, and you get a PC code. I would do that, because other than that, it's like $180 a game to get 3 copies. So I would much rather prefer them to like give us like a streamer bundle or something that we can get the same version for all the consoles. That would actually be kind of cool, you know? So other than that, that's honestly truly my thoughts. I'm tired of hearing these guys coming out and bashing Xbox. They literally just bash Xbox. They bash it. I come out, I talk about checkerboard rendering on the PlayStation 5 and stuff all the time, but I actually play the PlayStation 5. I buy the PlayStation games. I play them. I review them fairly for my community. I don't sit and trash the games. I might talk bad about the console itself, but I don't sit and trash PlayStation games. Unless they're like really bad ones, you know, and they need to be, you know, I mean, like, I really don't try to trash any game, if you want me to be completely honest. But yeah, guys, if your whole sole purpose on YouTube is to just be an Xbox hate channel, dude, like, really? Really? That's what you'd rather do than play some more superior games? You'd rather get on here and just completely trash Xbox all the time? You can look through all my content, man. I would say it's pretty evened out, man. I do a lot of game content in between my little, you know, live streams and, you know, talking about, like, you know, PlayStation or my problems with PlayStation. And to tell you the truth, there's a lot of people in my community that actually have PlayStations, and we, like, a lot of us generally feel the same way. We don't understand why there's so much bashing for Xbox, because it's literally only the PlayStation fanboys that get in my comment section during live streams and everything else and just say a whole bunch of mean stuff. My Xbox guys are not as bad, and I have put, you know, good stuff out for PlayStation, and I read my comments, and the comments, you know, I mean, yeah, they're on both sides. They do say the negative things about the PlayStation games and stuff or whatever, but They don't sit and keep filling up my freaking comment section with just stupid tweets all day long. Like, PlayStation fanboys need to take a break, man. Like, go touch some grass or something. But yeah, you are welcome here. We all have PlayStation. A lot of us have PlayStations. We don't mind playing PlayStation. Like, I'm not saying, never said PlayStation was a completely terrible place, but it does feel a little corporate-y right now, and all they care about is money. So that's kind of where my feelings are at. Like, they want my money. Well, come on, man. Deliver the product that you said you were going to give me. Well, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.